we have, what kind of a products we are manufacturing, what is the relevance of our benefits, what we are incorporating in our product to our customers, and then whatever target audience is with particular media he is more comfortable with, then how best we can reach out them by using the right media. Those kinds of decisions the organization has to take. So advertising can be one of the way of reaching out the customer. Sales promotion can be the another way of reaching out the customers. Maybe personal selling can be the another way of reaching out the customers. Direct marketing may be the another way of reaching out the customers. So depending on the kind of a product what you are manufacturing, depending on the kind of a customers to whom you are trying to reach out, depending on the kind of a budget what you have, depending on the kind of a product life cycle your product has, you will be deciding one among the various tools which are available at your disposal. But until unless we will not try to reach out to our customers more efficiently and effectively, we will not get the desired impact. So second important aspect, for example, suppose we want to reach the customers and advertising we are using it. So when we are using advertisement, we have to understand there are 5 M's in using advertisement. The first M stands for mission, second M stands for message, third M stands for money, fourth M stands for media, and fifth M stands for measurement. Mission, many a times we go for just informing the customers. So information is more effective when you are introducing your product in the market. But persuasion is more effective when your product reaches to a maturity stage, it starts growing, when other competitors also enter into the market, and then we have to find out how best we offer them better solutions than any other competitors. How my offer is better. If you want to pursue our customers, in that case persuasion can be another objective. And number third is reminder objective. Many times what happens, the customers have the habit of fast forgetting. They forget everything after a certain period of time. So it is equally important for the organization to remind the customers again and again, telling them how my product has to be in their top of mind. So as on when they think of buying a particular product, our brand should be among the top 5 brands in their mind, so that chances of buying your product or considering your product for buying that particular category of product becomes easier for you. So from that perspective, the objectives has to be determined by the organization, and based on that the budget is to be determined. Who the target customers are, what kind of a company we have, how is the total volume sales which we are expecting to generate. So depending on that, we decide the total money what we will be spending on advertisement. The third important aspect is the message. What kind of a message we are going to send it across to our target audience. So message, the first may be whether we are going to use a rational appeal, whether we are going to use emotional appeal, or whether we are going to use a moral appeal. That is what we have to decide. In rational appeal, what is good, what is if the product is economical, if the product is durable, all these can be called as rational appeal. Status, love and affection, all these kinds are called as moral appeal, emotional appeal. And what is good and what is bad, if we are talking to our customers based on what is morally right and what is morally not right, that is called as moral appeal. So company decides who the target customers are and their maturity level, their understanding, what they will consider as the most important in terms of receiving the messages, and then accordingly company will design what kind of appeals they will be using it for their target audience. The number second is message structure, how the communication is going to take place to the customers, whether what kind of a logic you are going to use. Are we going to start with the positive kinds of appeals first, and at last we are going to allow the conclusion to be drawn by the audience, or the conclusion is going to be drawn by the manufacturer himself? All those areas we have to decide, and then we have to understand what would be the best in terms of reaching out to our customers more efficiently and effectively. The third important aspect is message format. See, there are various kinds of media what we choose. It can be a press media, it can be a radio, it can be a TV. So depending on what kind of a media you are using, the format for the communication, for the advertisement is going to be different. So depending on the kind of a media what you are choosing, how effective it is going to be in terms of creating the desired impact on the customer's mind, the company will try to make sure that their format is designed in such a way that customers' attention value goes up. They will be more attracted towards what you are communicating with them. So that is what the company has to decide. And the last part of message is how that particular communication is going to be most effective in terms of customers' understanding. The last part of message is who should say it. As you all know, when Sunny was introduced by Bajaj Auto, Sachin Tendulkar was used as a spokesperson. And during the same time, Rajdut was there, which was endorsed by Dharmendra. The reason why Dharmendra was used for endorsing Rajdut and why Sachin Tendulkar was used for endorsing Sunny, because Sachin Tendulkar during that time was 16 plus and Sunny was meant for 16 plus target audience. Whereas Dharmendra was strong and sturdy and Rajdut also was considered to be a strong and sturdy vehicle during that particular time. So whenever we are using a spokesperson, we try to understand the personality of the individual who is going to speak on behalf of the company and how relevant that particular personality is for the company or for the brand. That is what we have to take a decision upon. So the first part we have seen in advertisement is the mission. Second part was money. Third part was message. And the fourth part is media. So which particular media you are going to choose for reaching out your target audience? Whether you are going to use electronic media, whether you are going to use the press media, whether you are going to use outdoor media, whether you are going to use indoor media, depending on which particular media would be most cost effective for reaching out our customers. That is what the company has to take a decision and then they have to reach out them. Just creating familiarity is not enough, creating favorability also is enough. So depending on what the company's requirement is, company goes on reaching out the customers and changing its content and delivery to the customers in such a way that it will have more appeal value to the customers. So that's the second part. So we have seen marketing is creating value, we have seen marketing is communicating value, and the last part is marketing is delivering value. Just manufacturing a product is not enough. Just communicating how better that particular product is to the customer is not enough. At the same time, you have to make sure that it is delivered to the customer. Customer do not buy a product by convenience. What do you exactly mean by convenience? As you all know, manufacturing takes place maybe at one place, two places, maybe at 10 places, maybe at 20 places. But the consumption of these products takes place at thousands of places, at lakhs of places. So it is very important for the organization to make the product available as on when it is required, target customers are located with. To understand who the target customer is, what are their consumption habits, how your product is bought, how much efforts they are ready to take for searching out your product and buying your product. So depending on that, you have to make sure that product is made available to the customers which offers them better convenience than your competitors. So ultimately company has to explore the possibilities, what my customers are, what their needs and wants are, and then in terms of its products, in terms of its price, its delivery, in terms of its communication to the customer, to make sure that they get what they expect of it. And that's communicating and delivering value to the customers. Thank you so much.